Hey everyone, it's JD Asajan, and we're back at it with another episode of FortuneMillers.tv. As always, you've got your main man, JD Asajan, in front of the camera, behind the camera, Dave Lupica, making sure that we capture everything properly. And actually today, Dave was nice enough to lend me his sweatshirt here. For those of you that haven't done a lot of video, we use a green screen behind us, and I'm actually wearing a green shirt today. So without this thoughtful gift from Dave, thanks Dave, and letting me wear it during the show, I would be actually invisible from the waist to the neck, which I thought would be kind of cool, but Dave said it would just look weird. So I'm wearing his shirt, and we're going to rock it here with another show. And actually today we're going to do a case study, a quick case study training. I've been getting a lot of students and investors asking us to break down a few more of our deals that we're doing recently. We're in January right now, 2012, and actively in our one market of San Diego, California. We closed on a house 2 weeks ago. We closed on a house last week. We're closing on a house today, and we're actually selling a house today also, as well as selling a house last week. The statement there is we're busy, and so what I want to do is bring some of those active deals to you as case studies. And I'm going to talk about the house that we bought about a week and a half ago, and we just started renovating. I'm going to break down the numbers. It's a house in San Diego, California. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. On the tax records it shows actually 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and on the tax records it shows just over 1,800 square feet. Now this is a deal that was brought to us through network marketing. Now we teach a lot of ways of marketing at Fortune Builders, and one of the ways that will consistently bring you deals is networking. This deal was brought to us by another wholesaler. Okay, we talk and teach wholesaling, but we also buy from wholesalers, and it's an example of what Fortune Builders, what you can think of Fortune Builders in your own market as when you learn from us, as a way for you to teach other investors how to go out and find and bring you deals. If you want to do more rehabs, you can teach people how to wholesale when you understand it, and in essence have them teach them how to bring you deals. So this is the case, and this particular deal was brought to us by a wholesaler in our market, a female. And she wanted about $180,000 for this deal. Now, right now, for some of you, that may sound like a lot of money. For some, it may sound like not a lot of money. Really, it shouldn't sound like anything right now because I haven't given you the big three numbers. The big three numbers are our our ARV, what it's going to be worth in its best condition, our rehab costs, and then what we can pay for the property. Those are our big three numbers. So she wanted $180,000, and what we do, and Stan in our office took the lead. Took the call, and actually was friends with her on Facebook, believe it or not, and that's how they kind of got in contact. True story, and that's the power of social media, and so that's why you should learn about our social media techniques. Talked to this wholesaler. She wanted $180,000 for this deal, so as Stan's talking to her, he's pulling up information on his computer and putting together his comp package. Okay, so what we want to determine quickly, obviously, is the ARV, and that's done with comparables off of the MLS. And what Stan determined when he was doing this at his desk is that the desktop analysis showed that the house was worth about $275,000 American dollars. Okay, so we've got $275,000 ARV, a wholesaler who wants $180,000. There's almost $100,000 spread in there, which sounds like a lot, but if the house needs a ton of work, there goes your profit. Plus you got holding costs, cost of money, and that's why you need to use some of the tools I'm going to talk about in a moment. So he's looking at the ARV, he's pulling our comp package. I'm going to break down quickly some pictures of what the comp package is. There's a show on FBTV below me in one of the videos about a comp package, and I suggest you watch it. But the first thing you're going to do is go to the MLS and determine if the house is listed, and if so, you're going to pull up the listing sheet. And this house was listed. And I like not only the client view, but the agent view. If you're getting your comp sent to you by another agent, you're gonna get most likely the client view, which doesn't show some of the information and special remarks about the property. So you want the agent view, which is what this is here. Okay, not only do you want the agent view or the listing sheet, but you want the pictures printed out. Now, unfortunately, there is only 3 pictures printed out for this subject property, but still, it gives us an idea of what's going on there. Okay, many times there'll be more pictures if the house is listed. So we need the listing sheet. This is what Stan pulls up while he's talking to this wholesaler. We go right to the deal analyzer, which those of you that are that have one of our courses or part of the mastery program, you have access to the deal analyzer, and we start plugging in numbers. 275 ARV, $180,000 purchase, and we start to play around with the rehab number in terms of what we can buy the house for. And we start to determine from our desk what would be the maximum amount of repairs that if the house needed, we could buy the house and what we could pay. Okay, then we look at our property repair estimate sheet. Now, most of the time you're not going to be able, certainly when you're new, you're not going to be able to determine this from your desk, but you can get a pretty good idea if there's a lot of pictures, if the house needs, $30,000, or if it's trashed and it's got fire damage, it's going to need a lot more. So you start playing around with those numbers with the repair sheet. Got another a listing sheet for the property, and then I always have Stan or any person in my office that pulls comps, and you should do the same, go to the tax records, which many times you can get through the multiple listing service, and pull the assessor's card to corroborate what that says with the listing sheet and see if it jives, meaning is it the same square footage, is the lot size reading the same, is the bedroom bathroom count the same, what year was it built, make sure all those things are accurate. I also pull up Zillow, not because it's extremely accurate, but because it does provide us with additional information that we can support our MLS stuff. And then we start going to the comps. Got a lot of paper here, man. Stan put together a rockin' comp package here. That's one comp package for one property. You see that? A lot of paper. Map view of where the property's at, so important. And then a picture of the front of the house that he pulls from Google Maps. And then we start looking at the comps. And it's a waste of time to pull comps if you're not going to do a map of where those comps are located. For a few reasons, because when you're sharing that information with someone in your office, or for example, Stan sharing it with me who finalizes all the deal reviews, I want to see, before we go out in the field, where are those comps at, okay? And that's also going to help you when you go out and actually drive the comps. And then we start looking at the comps. Listing, block number call. What if that's Stan with another deal? That's a second block number, I don't know. Maybe someone's trying to track me down today. I'm going to let that one go to voicemail. First comp, and then as important as the listing sheet is the pictures. All right? Because when you go drive these comps and you're looking at this in the front of the house and you're saying, this looks like a good comp, but it's selling for a lot more or a lot less, what's the inside of the house look like? Well, if you don't have the pictures with you out in the field, then you got to come back and pull that information again. You wasted time. All right, so I'm not going to go through each comp, but that's what the comp package consists of, and the rest of these are all comps. There's a lot of good comps here. So Stan determined from his desk with a desktop analysis before he went out in the field that the ARV was 275 with the comps. The wholesaler wanted 180,000, and that the quick estimate of repairs was about $32,000. Now, after we went out in the field, he found out that the house needed a little bit more work, closer to $40,000, so we needed to buy the house a little bit less than what she was offering the house for. So we actually ended up negotiating because she was getting to the end of her closing timeline and didn't have another seller and was willing to take less, $177,500. So she had it under contract for right around $170-ish thousand. So she made about $2,500 on this wholesale for really doing nothing other than putting the property under contract, calling us, and wholesaling us the deal. So that's the power of wholesaling, in that you can make quick money with little or no risk, and you don't have to do a lot of work if you understand how to wholesale and build your buyer's list. And honestly, if she had prepared all this information for us, which she didn't, she would have had a lot quicker transaction. We had to pull this information. So that's why it's important that you understand your wholesale package, what it means, and as importantly, how to prepare it properly so that you can use it for your analysis and for wholesaling deals. So that's the deal, and the estimated profit on a 6-month on a 5-month hold time is about $42,000 on this deal. Okay, so we got a $177,500 purchase, we got about $40,000 in repair, and about $42,000 in estimated profit. Now, we'll probably get this house done in a little less than 5 months, and our cost of money is going to be a little bit less because I secured lower financing on this from one of our private investors. At the end of the day, a good deal and for us. And what I'll do when we're finished with the house is I'll do a wrap-up case study part 2. That's for those of you that don't understand French or whatever language do. Is do French, Dave? Dave's nodding his head. I didn't seem too confident, but I'm going to roll with that. And I'll do a wrap-up for you. All right, so let's get into, that was a lot of information in a short time, but let's get into our deal or no deal segment.
Deal or no deal?
All right, so our deal or no deal segment, we talked about this case study. I want to compare and talk about one specific example of marketing, and is it a deal or no deal? And specifically, network marketing. Okay, deal or no deal on network marketing. Most of you are probably saying yes to yourself right now, and you're right. A lot of investors, when they start out, if they haven't spent time with us learning, don't focus a lot of time on the importance of relationships in their business. And they'll immediately think that they have to go out and spend a ton of money on marketing to start doing real estate. And the truth of the matter is that isn't the case, and that's not the way that we will start you off in investing. For example, when a new mastery student comes in, we don't take them down the path of dumping a bunch of money into their marketing campaigns, certainly if they don't have it. We always want to focus on network marketing to begin with. Not only to begin with, but throughout the life of your real estate investing career. Understand, we're 9+ years in the business of real estate investing, and I harp on the guys every single day to focus on their relationships. So I want to challenge all of you to focus a portion of your week, every week, to creating new relationships and strengthening the ones that you have. Make it as simple as set a goal to call 10 new investors in your area, or 10 new agents in your area that are doing you're seeing their signs a lot of, or you're driving around and you see other bandit signs. Write down those numbers, call those investors, make relationships. That's how you're going to separate yourself from other investors.
Quote of the week.
This is actually, I pulled off of Facebook. There's a lot of good inspiration and quotes that you can get off of social media and Facebook. This is coming from a friend of mine on Facebook. I'm not going to give his first name because I didn't ask him if I could borrow the quote he posted. Mr. Miller, his last name's Miller. He may know who he is when he reads this. Pretty strong. Procrastination is the grave in which opportunity is buried. Author unknown. Procrastination is the grave in which opportunity is buried. That struck a nerve with me when I read it, because I've been guilty in the past of procrastinating in different areas of my life, and I'm sure all of us watching have as well, in one way, shape, or form. One thing I don't want you to be guilty of is procrastinating in your real estate business this year. Okay, it's the start of the year, and one of the best things that you can do starting out in the new part of the year in January is a great time to do it, is set your intentions and your goals for that year. And a portion of that intention and goal setting process should be about creating new relationships and strengthening the ones you have. So don't procrastinate, because procrastination isn't going to get you anywhere, and at the end of the day it creates this bad karma, and you get upset with yourself, and it kind of snowballs into this negative energy, and that's not what I want for you. Alright, so before we sign off, I want to remind everyone, as I will throughout the course of this year, to subscribe to the FortuneBuilders.tv YouTube channel, on YouTube of course, because we post a lot of different videos there that actually don't make it to this website. A lot of live in the field videos and some different cool stuff that you can learn from and entertain yourself with. So you have to subscribe or you won't find out about those. And share them with your friends on YouTube, your friends on Facebook, and your social media accounts. Spread this out there if you want. And even if you don't want, how about that? Because I want more people to get information about what's going on in the market and learn from these videos that we do. So subscribe to the FortuneBuilders.tv. Dave's laughing. Was I too harsh on that, Dave? FortuneBuilders.tv YouTube channel, and we'll see you soon.